Okay, still looking at Module 7. We're on day 2, though. So we're day 2 with our, again, Module 7 as far as identifying parent functions and any transformations. So we're moving on to transformation parts. So our success criteria for you should be that you can apply horizontal and vertical transformations to those parent functions. Okay. So we are looking at transformations, and we're going to look at shifts both horizontally and vertically for this, okay? And so you guys should be able to notice, you don't have to have the graph, but we're going to use the graph to show you, but you should be able to look at an equation like you guys see here and say, okay, its parent function's a quadratic, and it's been shifted 4 to the right, okay? Or it's been shifted up this much or whatnot. So that's the whole goal with this. So we're going to go through it and we're going to graph these on Desmos, and then just look at what direction did they move and how much. Okay, so I'm going to look at, again, this x minus 4 squared with the x squared. So remember, our x squared is this red one here. And then we're going to go, again, x minus 4 squared. And we're looking at that and seeing what it does for this. So if you guys look at this, again, they're both quadratics. They're both this U shape. My red one's my parent function, and here's my other one that's been shifted. Again, if you notice 4 to the right. So notice my equation is x minus 4 inside of these parentheses, and it's been shifted right 4. Okay? So again, what direction did it move? It moved, again, right. And it moved 4 to the right, okay? And we saw that graph, again, on that other page. But here's the one function, and then your other function was over here, 4 to the right. Sorry if that is not as pretty as what it should be. Okay, looking at this next one, I've got x to the third, and I've got x minus 2 to the third, okay? So we're going to hide these. I've got x to the third. Remember, x to the third is this green one here, okay? And I want a y equals x minus 2 to the third. So again, if you look at this one, same shape. It's just been shifted to the right 2. So again, if we go back in here, this has been moved to the right, and it's been moved to the right again too. Sorry, the drawing is not all that pretty. That one's better. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at, again, this one's minus 2 on the inside. Let's take a look at this absolute value now. So we're going to go absolute value of x plus 3. Again, we'll hide those for right now. If you remember, this is the one we're looking at. It's this black one that goes one direction like this. Okay, and so we're going to go the absolute value of, let's go equals, x, what would we have, plus 3, that's right. Plus 3 here. So now that's this red one. And it's the same shape, it's just been shifted to the left 3 now, okay? So this has been, again, moved, but it's been moved to the left 3, okay? So again, my parent function is usually right here, but we have been moved over here to the left 3, okay? So hopefully you guys are starting to see some trends with that as we're going through this, okay? Keep on moving here. We're going to look at 2 to the x, okay? And I have 2 to the x plus 4 with the other one. So remember, 2 to the x looks like this blue line. It goes through this point. And we are going to go 2 to the x plus 4 for this one. So again, if you notice, that's this this line up here. So what has been done, it's gone from this point 1 up to 4, so it's been shifted up 4 from that one. Okay, so that's a little bit different direction. We're moving up, and it's been moved up 4. And this line original should look like that. And now I've been moved. Let's see if I can do this. Good, just like that. Okay. All right. Looking at, again, this next one here, I've got x to the third and x to the third minus 6. So x to the third is going to be this green one. And we are going to go y equals x, what was it? X to the third minus 6. That's right. So no parentheses. X to the third minus 6. So this one we've got to move this just a little bit, but that's gone from 0, 0 to 6. So that has been moved. Again, you guys hopefully can see that. It has been moved down 6 at that point in time. So this has been down 6. And so, again, usually this function goes like so. But now that point is down here at 6. And so it's been moved like that. Okay, and then this one has 2 things. Okay, so if I look at this, I've got my x squared. I have x squared minus 4 plus 2. Minus 4, I'm just going to take this one. Oops, sorry, I don't need these two. Remember, x squared is this U shape. We'll come back up here. And then we've got plus 2 with this one. And so this one's been shifted right 4 and up 2. So again, this one's been shifted right and up, and it's been 4 and 2. So again, my parent function looks like that one, but then this one's been moved right 4, so 1, 2, 4, up 2. So it's going to be over here. Okay, so hopefully you guys are seeing some trends with this when it moves it right, left, when it moves it up and down, because those are the 4 directions we're looking at today. So how does H and K affect this as I look at these depending on these different functions? So if I have H and K on these bottom functions down here, if you look at these right here, how does H and K in each of these affect? So notice H is always inside of my parentheses or inside of my square root or absolute value or exponent. Well, guys, H is going to move. They're going to move the parent function. And it's going to move it either left or right. Okay? And then K is going to move my parent function up or down. And let's make sure we're good with when it does what. So if you guys notice up here, we'll just look at this one. There's H is 4. It moved it right, and 2 moved it up. So plus on the outside for K moves it up. Minus moves it down, if you guys notice. And then on the inside, it's always the opposite of what you think. So minus 4, you'd think it would move it left, but it actually does the opposite, so it moves it right. And again, plusing moves it left. Okay? So again, if H is positive, it's going to move it left. So this is positive. If it's negative, it's going to move it right. And then up is positive and down is negative. Okay, the inside's opposite of what you think. So this is how this looks for all of these bottom one's down here, all 5 of these. Okay? All right? So if I look at just kind of tying all this up, how we can finish this off here. If I look at this graph's parent function, the parent function would be the quadratic, right? And I should be able to know that just by the shape. And its equation would be x to the squared. And then I need to look at its transformation here. So it's been shifted 1, 2, 3 to the right. So it's been shifted right 3, and then up 1, 2, 3, 4. So up 4, which if I look at the equation, that equation, h is minus 3. So again, when h is minus 3, it moves it right, and when it's plus, it moves it up. Okay? Look at this one. This is an absolute value because of the V shape. It's been moved right 2, because again, remember the main function's right here, right? And it's been moved up 1. So what would the equation look for that? I'm going to use f of x or y. Doesn't really matter. And then I've got to have my absolute value, x. If I want to move it right, I have to go minus, and then however many it is. And then if I want to go up, it's outside, and it goes plus for up. Cool, cool. So that's how we're looking at these. Let's look at the last couple here. I've got a cubic. Again, the base cubic is right here in the middle. But if I look at the equation, all it is plus 5 on the outside. There's no parentheses. So this would move it up 5 because it's adding. And my graph would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. And it would look like that. Okay? And this bottom one, again, square root, I want to shift it left 3 and down 4. Remember that usually that function's right here and goes there, but if I'm moving it left 3, 1, 2, 3, and down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's now going to be right here, and it's going to be going one direction. Again, you always want to do left and right first. You'll see why that is on day 3 when we get to that next stuff. The equation for this would be f of x, and then equals, I'm going to have my square root. Again, if I'm going to move left, I have to go x plus 3, and then outside I have to go minus 4 for the last part right there. Okay? So we're not just shifting things up and down, right and left. So we call those, again, vertical and horizontal shifts or transformations. Okay? All right. That's it. We'll see you later. Bye.